Yeah, I grew up on Heartless, but I ain't never been half-hearted. It don't depend who's asking, suck what, it couldn't be me you're speaking to. These man didn't believe in you, now they wanna chill with you. This comes to me naturally, this ain't no gimmick or acting. Me, that's like, then walk off casually. Try and know that I'm active, try me cause I'm match fit. TB still gang, haters see me and get some family. The fact is, I've never fallen off, I paid the cost to be the boss. I took the loss, I made it back. Now I just and make it stack, it is what it is. Now you can't play with the facts, I know what it is.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Here's a shot from earlier on. As the Suns arrive at the arena, they're looking to leave town on a winning note tonight. And with
thank you very much.
He sure is, David. Great report, thanks. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. The star backcourt of Paul and Booker are out there. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. And for the Nets, the small and power forwards are Harris and Durant. Irving is out there with Harden, and it's Griffin in at the pivot, manning the middle. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for the Suns.
And for a player with Blake Griffin's physical makeup, it was a big adjustment when he had to deal with injury issues. He's really had to reshape his body and his game.
Bridges for 3. That one's off. He starts the game with the miss. Outside Irving. Shoots the 3. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Always great from deep. I don't think Irving has gotten enough credit for how lethal he is from behind the arc.
And one thing about Griffin and the injuries, Greg, that he went through, he did everything he could to get his body back to where it needed to be.
And he didn't care what it was, yoga, weights, conditioning, you name it, because he knows how important it is to be able to elevate. And Griffin needs to be explosive, and he'll work 24/7 to make sure he is.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. The Suns have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Boy, they are frigid right now. I mean, failing to connect on their first 4 attempts.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
The 3 from KD. A shot off that time, so Phoenix will take it the other way. In the corner, it's Bridges. Over Harris. Bridges misses.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
From deep, Harden. They get it back. And stolen by Ayton. And up the court come the Suns on the break. And he comes up with the deuce.
And you know, defenses try to get physical with Booker, and now he's used to that. He just plays through the contact.
And more than one observer, Greg, has called Irving the most entertaining player in the game. What do you think?
A lot of competition for that distinction. But Irving does some things that no one else can, at least at his level. And then you never know when he's going to give us a juicy soundbite. And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
And the rejection by Harden. In the corner, Irving with it. Rejected by Booker. Ball finds Ayton. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. And here we go. Brooklyn, fast break. Harden's got the ball. Griffin's shot is off. Suns have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far. Just 25%. Got a piece of it. Here's Crowder. And it's sent back by KD.
Well, that'll get everybody on the bench fired up. They love to see KD playing some D like that.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. A free throw drops for Griffin.
Blake Griffin. And out the line. Shoot.
He hits both from the stripe. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Booker outside. Durant with some nice D.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Rejected by Crowder. And Booker puts up a deep 3. And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Nets. They lead by 5. Live. And one of the game's elite closers, Kyrie Irving, described.
For me, I just try to feel out the game.
Greg, that's reminiscent of quotes we used to hear from Kobe Bryant, how certain moves and possessions set up defenders for the next time.
Well, Kyrie definitely has that Mamba mentality. Kobe was a big influence on him, as we all know.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. I'm Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. The star backcourt of Paul and Booker are out there. And it's Bridges in at the small forward. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Ayton is a player who, Greg, occasionally shoots a 3, but it's still a developing part of his game.
Yeah, not the best numbers from outside. Does it to keep teams honest, but it's a far-fetched to say he can stretch a defense.
Crowder against KD. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Boy, with that long reach of his, so easy for KD to throw it down.
1:41 left in the first half. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Paul passes to Bridges. And a miss there on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Irving can't hit. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Suns. 7-point differential. Kicks it out to Paul. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And making a statement right away. Letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
Inside, Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Harden finds Griffin.
And Blake Griffin is just an incredible athlete, explosive, and great balance and mobility, powerful. A big guy who can flat out throw it down, but he also can pass it too.
Both free throws good from Griffin. 50 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Booker. Rebound, Brooklyn. Griffin's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Harden. Here's Durant. And he banks in the layup. Durant's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
I find it really interesting to talk to KD about his origins. Says every memory he had growing up involved basketball. Skip prom and stuff like that. He was just focused on the game.
The Suns with a completely new group on the floor. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Drives to the hoop. Payne can't hit. The Nets shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
At the line, shooting for Brooklyn, Blake Griffin.
And he can't get the first one.
Shooting 2.
And he's good on the second. Suns trail by 12. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Payne passes to Kaminsky. In the corner, Shamet with it. Back to Kaminsky. Here's McGee. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
Well, you look at McGee and the career resurgence he's undergone, guys, outstanding. I mean, when he's been in the right situation, he's been very effective.
He's off on the second. Irving for 3. Here's Griffin, and Griffin slams it in.
And ever since entering the league, that's been one of Griffin's favorite ways to score, attacking that offensive glass.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. Their biggest lead in the first, 5 points. The second quarter got a lot more exciting for them as they were putting up big numbers and find themselves way out in front here at the half. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
On paper, this looks like an even matchup, but it hasn't played out that way. The team is motivated. The effort has been superior. I'm telling you, this is great intensity, and I love what I've seen early on.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Phoenix?
They're not shooting it well.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Blake Griffin in this game, he's been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
The post pair, Durant along with Griffin. Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down. Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Greg, you've got a unique view of the league, not just a former player, but great broadcaster, courtside all these games, but also as a father. What's that journey been like?
It's been surreal, Kevin. You know, anytime you have a child that has a passion for something you're passionate about, it creates a special bond. And to be able to watch him live out his journey has been incredible. And what a blessing. I would wish we'd all get to have that experience in some capacity.
Stolen by Harden. Griffin's shot is off. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for the Suns. Trailing by 13. And Harden really looks like he's been having fun out there.
I would agree with that, Kevin. And he says he's the same way off the court, too. I don't know him off the court, but he says he loves meeting new people. I don't have any trouble believing that. He enjoys engaging with kids. And certainly the bright tennis shoes are part of everybody's NBA attire now, but he wears it as an expression of his personality.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Brooklyn Nets are creating a fresh legacy. Kevin Durant says it's new energy. One of the first teams in Nets history where fans are expecting us to do good things. The basketball culture is deep in Brooklyn, and they're looking for a team to latch on to. Well, guys, it looks like they found a good one.
I agree, David. Thanks.
And that's turnover number 2 on the game, doing a nice job in terms of ball control.
Holding on to the ball and holding on to this lead.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Crowder kicks to Booker. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. And Ayton throws it down.
What a sweet assist by CP3.
Nets leading by 14. Here's KD, and KD throws it down.
Nice handles, tight handles, fluid handles, right into his shooting motion. Durant able to do everything on the offensive end.
Outside Crowder. He feeds it to Paul. Griffin with the steal. Here's Irving. That one, no good. And Phoenix will come the other way.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And Durant, here we go. And KD throws it down.
And, you know, once Durant notices a lane, you're toast. I mean, using his long strides to get inside fast, unstoppable.
Bridges outside. 4 seconds left. Then Bridges jams it in.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
And guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
And so it's Brooklyn in command with the... How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today. We get going in quarter number 4. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the 4th. Up it forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. The star backcourt of Paul and Booker are out there. And it's Ayton in at the 5. Brooklyn leading by 16. Out to Harris. 3-pointer. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one.
You know, like a lot of shooters, Harris prefers to release off a pass. Catch and shoot, not the dribble.
Bridges outside. Crowder, the pass to Paul. Bridges outside. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. KD's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Driving in, kicks it out to Harden. And a wide open look for Irving. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
You know, Harden's done a nice job really increasing his playmaking over the last few years and excels at finding teammates.
2 minutes to play. 4th quarter.
Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Passes it to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stop.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And that's the trademark Griffin finish. Get in tight, elevate, and throw it down with authority. Big fella is a beast down low.
Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And what a huge standout performance it was
for Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and he was relentless, nonstop energy. I mean, he just never slowed down or turned off.
Paul against Harden. Paul passes to Ayton. Bridges with the steal. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Stolen by Harden. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Jump ball.
So it's Phoenix now to the inside. And Booker kicks to Bridges. Crowder dishes to Booker. Ayton inside. Durant's there, and it's Ayton missing. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. And that'll be his third foul so far.
First team foul.
Here's Harden. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
A nice shot by Booker.
And with Booker's mechanics and confidence, you're always going to assume he's going to make that.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Count that bucket. And the Nets lead by 18.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take